Well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filter from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world is
Nic and Carl.
Hey there, welcome back to Where in the World
Take two.
Are Nic and Carl. Yes, this is our second take. And so,
and if you want to see the first take, you won't be able to. I'm just saying, that's the way it is.
That's true.
We're going to throw that out. I can't
That's
believe
true.
it. It was really good, though.
it was great, but we can't use it.
We can't use it.
So anyway, Carl, we should talk about who won last week.
We should talk about that.
And where we were. So,
Yeah.
the winner...
Do you know who won last week?
I do know who won last week.
Do you know this person very well?
I do know this person very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was actually my mom that won.
I
So
love that.
good job, Mom. Way to watch the show. Way to participate. We did talk about it. Was that even legal?
We weren't sure it was just legal or what, but I mean, it is his mom. So it makes sense.
We decided if anybody watches the show and texts the number, then they should have a shot to win. So it's not exclusive to anyone.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. So
although we have some people who they're texting like 3 days too late every time. I'm not giving any names or anything like that.
That's true.
But it's like, try to pay attention and get this done early. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So where were we?
We were at Shannon and Christy's new house.
Yes.
And
Shannon
so
and
did
Christy's
you notice
new
there
house.
was no yard?
Yeah.
So, no.
Yep.
So,
Shannon and Christy's new house. Beautiful house, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Nice.
Definitely. So, we're in front of a new place today.
Another nice looking place.
Nice looking place. So, if you know where this is, or whose house this is, where in the world we are, text this number right here. And if you're the first person to respond with a correct answer,
yes,
then you will win a prize.
Okay.
So,
awesome.
If you know it, text the number. Now, Carl, so we've been talking about 1 Thessalonians for 4 weeks now.
4 weeks.
This is the fourth week, or
this will be the fifth one.
We're in the fifth week now.
Yep. Okay.
And so we're working our way through 1 Thessalonians, and we're talking about this idea of faith and growth and different ways that we can live our lives better reflecting who Jesus is. So what are we looking at this week? What's the passage, and what do we need to know?
It's chapter 4. It's verses 13 through 18 of 1 Thessalonians. And here, Paul is very concerned. See, he's been trying to give people encouragement all the time. I mean, they're being persecuted, and life has been hard. And he had given the message about, Jesus will return, and so we're doing all this till he returns. And now you've got some of the saints, some of the believers are dying.
Okay.
And so the question has come up, and he's trying to answer it. And the question is, well, if Jesus is going to return, what happened to those saints who died before Jesus comes back? What happens to them?
Right.
Do they get a chance to be a part of this return of Jesus and whatever that means, the new Jerusalem, the new heaven and earth and all that? And so Paul is talking about that in this passage. And here, I don't know how many of us ever think about that kind of a thing where, we know Jesus is going to return, but are we thinking about that it could happen at any moment? Because I think that's where Paul is coming from. Just that idea that, you've got the saints, they've already fallen asleep. So anybody who's a believer throughout all these centuries that have fallen asleep, what happens? Death. I mean, that's their way of talking about death.
Okay.
And the idea is when Jesus returns, it's kind of like Jesus is going to be coming down from heaven, and then all these believers who are dead, they rise in the air and meet him as he comes down. So it's a word of encouragement that, all your efforts to follow along and reflect who Jesus is to the world and all that, if you die, you're still going to be part of the victory at the end when you celebrate with the risen Christ.
Right.
So it's a different kind of a passage. It's one I often use at a graveside service because it is about that.
Yeah.
but it's a good passage because it's just recognizing what it means, and this is the hope we live in because we know Jesus has already won the battle, and he's already got that victory.
Yeah.
Now there's a fight for everybody's soul, but even if you die now or next week or whatever, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You've still got the victory.
And so because of this verse, we know what the future holds for us as believers, whether we are still alive or whether we have passed away when Jesus returns. We know what that is going to look like.
We know what it is, and we will participate in the victory.
Yeah.
So
fantastic. That's fantastic. So we're looking forward to Sunday morning to see each of you here. We look forward to the message that you have that the Lord lays on your heart for that.
And we got some special stuff going on this Sunday. It's World Communion Sunday. So the idea is that all across the world, any Christians are probably taking communion that day. And so we'll be doing that here at Shore. And so we do communion, foot washing. It's going to take place in the service, basically like right after the sermon.
Yep.
Did I forget anything then?
I think you forgot one thing.
Okay, what
is a really important thing.
Okay.
We have a carry-in fellowship meal after Sunday school. So after Sunday school, we're going to get together in the fellowship hall and we're going to share a meal together. So bring a dish to share. Whatever you decide to make, I'm sure there will be people that will eat it.
There's always good stuff. So
always good stuff.
That's so much fun when we get a chance to share meals and stuff like that. So yes, bring
definitely.
some food. Come prepared for communion. And look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So if you know where we're at, text this number. If not, we'll see you on Sunday.
Well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky fingered filter from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world is
Nic and Carl.